The girl was pretending to dance, but really, she was swiping cash with her hands. She didn't care at all about the security cameras catching her. From the guard's perspective, it just looked like she was having a good time dancing. The money that got tossed in the trash would eventually be picked up by the cleaners anyway, so they all met up in the bathroom at their agreed time and stuffed the stolen cash on themselves. After that, they left work like nothing happened and breezed through security without a hitch. Lisa had already swapped out the original gold lock on the cash truck. When they got home, they were super excited, hugging their loot. Each of them raked in 100 grand. Just then, Neely's husband walked into the room and stumbled upon their little secret. At first, he freaked out, worried his wife might end up behind bars. But soon enough, he got swept away by all that money and went along with whatever Neely wanted without saying a word. The three of them kept snatching old banknotes as planned. In less than a year, they stacked millions in savings. But over time, their teamwork started to get lazy. One day, when Neely tossed Lisa the key for something, it slipped right out of her hand and fell into the sewer. They didn't have a backup key either. That meant Neely, stuck in the shredding room, couldn't open up the cash truck. And if anyone noticed, they'd definitely get caught and sent to prison. Mary was holding on to that only key, but since they hadn't shared contact info to avoid raising suspicion, it made things tricky. So Neely had no choice but to quickly reach out to her husband for help finding Mary's boyfriend instead, but that would take forever. Meanwhile, Lisa headed back to shred some other old banknotes just to buy some time, while waiting for an idea from Mary downstairs. She wrapped the key in a piece of chewing gum and, just for kicks, tossed the gum into the elevator. When the elevator hit Neely's floor, she casually picked up the gum trash and hurried to the shredding room. While the security guard wasn't looking, she managed to slip the key to Lisa just in time. But Jack, the security guard, caught a little detail that didn't sit right with him. The next day, he decided to approach Lisa and asked her nicely if she'd consider stopping whatever they were up to. Lisa realized it was game over for them and immediately sat down with Neely to figure out their next move. Even though Jack had figured out their secret, he chose not to report them. Based on how Jack usually acted around her, Neely suspected he might have a crush on Lisa. Now that they knew this little tidbit about Jack's feelings, solving their problem seemed way easier. The following day, Lisa dressed up all nice and went looking for Jack to show him how she felt about him. Not only did they end up as a couple, but Jack also joined their crew. With his help as a security guard, stealing money became even simpler for them. Even when banks started doing random body checks, Jack would give them a heads up beforehand. The three of them kept swiping cash without anyone catching on, until one day when Neely noticed someone tailing her around town. This person even followed her while she was at work. That's when Neely put two and two together. This guy was an FBI agent who'd been watching them for ages. It looked like their secret was out in the open now. They couldn't figure out why they were being targeted, since they weren't exactly blowing through money left and right either. Eventually, they discovered that Mary's boyfriend had stirred things up by making some huge multi-million-dollar investment that caught IRS attention. Now it seemed like those guys must be hunting for evidence against them, and there was no doubt they'd get arrested soon enough if things kept going this way. But what could they do with all those old banknotes still lying around at home?